What happened?
Let him in his way. He doesn't understand.
Big uppercut miss, left hook scrapes his gloves, right hand misses, and the ref jumps in. Too early. He was tired. He may have just robbed Fabio Wardley there of a great stoppage, which is what I was saying with me and Groves. It stopped a bit too early. If the fight was going to carry on, I would have got the conclusive finish. Fabio Wardley may have just
said, and I mean it. If he wisen guy, he will understand the message.
Got dropped multiple times.
He needed to put on a show, and he didn't.
He just looked different.
Yeah.
If you go back to him versus...
Everyone was saying before this fight, oh, he's had no amateur experience. It means amateur experience. George Foreman had 11 amateur fights and won the gold medal. So it doesn't mean nothing.
Turki Alalshikh confronts Fabio Wardley after he beat Joseph Parker, admitting he never knew Fabio was on steroids. He says it's wrong, and now he will pay for it. Back in Muhammad Ali's era, only real champions rose without cheating or shortcuts.
But if we want to say about something, I think the boxing will be in different place if we have black heavyweight champion. Of all of us from the 60 and the 70, living and seeing in the time of Muhammad Ali, you have a 3-4 legend in the same time.
After Turki's bold words, Joseph Parker stayed composed but disappointed. He felt strong and ready to continue, yet the stoppage left him questioning the fairness. Parker knows he fought clean, while Fabio's strength looked unnatural, a painful reminder that not everyone wins, honestly.
Obviously you get caught and it's boxing, you know. I felt fine when they stopped the fight, but I'm not the judge.
Dave Allen saw what most fans did. Parker was ahead, controlling the tempo, landing cleaner shots, and moving with confidence. Fabio's bursts of power looked forced and unnatural, clearly not coming from skill. Even in defeat, Parker's boxing IQ proved superior to everything Fabio brought.
Well, I thought Parker at the time of the stoppage, I think Parker was up. I thought Parker was winning, I don't want to say comfortably, I thought Parker was maybe 2, 3, 4 rounds.
Eddie Hearn's comments hinted at uncertainty. He questioned Fabio's performance, wondering if the power came from natural ability or something else. Now that the truth about steroids is out, it all makes sense. Fabio's dominance never looked real, it looked engineered, and that's exactly what it was.
I think Tyson Fury wins the fight. I mean, it all depends on if what we saw in the Ngannou fight was just him not taking it seriously, or if it was him in decline.
Parker's words show calm professionalism even in frustration. He respected the rules, trusted the officials, and fought with heart. But deep down, he knew the energy Fabio carried wasn't normal. It's painful when a clean fighter loses to chemical strength instead of true boxing ability.
And at the end of the fight, I thought I was fine, but listen, I'm not the ref, I'm not the one controlling the fight in terms of...
Johnny Nelson summed it up perfectly. Fabio's pride took a hit, not because of pressure, but because he knew his victory came with shame. His performance was tainted by steroids. Real fighters like Parker walk away with respect, while cheaters carry the weight of their lies forever.
I don't want a big on my face. I've got to get a job done here. So after the things he said the last time, he knows he probably mugged himself off. I think that probably hurt him more than anything, hurt his pride.
You can almost hear the panic in Fabio's voice. He sounds unsure, like someone who knows the truth is catching up. Talking about privacy in a sport that thrives on honesty just doesn't fit. Everyone can see he's deflecting, not defending. Turki Alalshikh's expression said everything he felt betrayed. Fabio had the chance to rise as a warrior, but chose shortcuts. This isn't confusion, it's guilt wrapped in excuses, and the boxing world isn't buying it anymore.
What's the answers here? What's gone on? Like, what's happened? I know that there has to be a level of privacy with these things, but with boxing and as boxing...
Eddie tried to sugarcoat the truth, but it's clear he saw what everyone else did. Those rounds weren't close. Parker was in control for most of the fight. Fabio's strength came from chemistry, not conditioning. His punches had an unnatural snap, his stamina seemed endless, and now it all makes sense. Eddie might be protecting the sport's image, but the fans aren't blind. They watched a clean fighter robbed by a man boosted by banned substances, and that leaves a bitter taste.
Usyk the winner. I think is that the overall, but I felt like there was a lot of close rounds.
Frank spoke like a man who's seen boxing's highs and lows. His words carried weight because this wasn't about rivalry, it was about respect for the sport. If Fabio's proven guilty, he must face the punishment before stepping back in the ring. That's the only way boxing keeps its soul intact. Fans respect redemption, but only after accountability. Until then, Parker remains the true example of discipline and integrity, a fighter who earned every ounce of his power the right way.
To that, I can see where they're coming from. But the fact of the matter is, it's like if you go to prison, you're found guilty of a crime, you go to prison, you serve your sentence, and the slate gets wiped.
Duke's words highlighted the chaos that followed. The judges might not make things up, but they can be misled by performance-enhancing deception. Fabio's display of power confused even seasoned officials. It wasn't natural dominance, it was boosted aggression. That's why so many analysts felt uneasy after the decision. When a fight's integrity is tainted, even fair judging looks suspicious. Parker deserved clarity, not controversy, and Duke's comment showed how easily trust in boxing can crumble when cheats slip through the ropes.
We're talking about the ringside judges. They don't make things up. You know, they allegedly got the best of the best to referee and to judge that fight. So 3 judges, one can't get it wrong, one could possibly get it wrong, but the other 2 didn't. And
Chisora backed his mate like a loyal friend, but even he didn't know the full story. His confidence came from the gym, not the lab reports. Wardley's energy in that fight wasn't normal. It was charged beyond human limits. Parker was fighting an opponent who had science, not spirit, in his corner. Chisora's support sounds heartfelt, but when the truth unfolds, even he might feel betrayed. Boxing is built on honor, and Fabio's actions tore a hole in that foundation.
Mate, Wardley's my guy. I've had more fucking rounds with Wardley than anybody else in boxing. Do you understand? I've sparred Wardley so many times. You know, I even called it. I'm like, Wardley's gonna win this fight, and nobody believed me. I called it.
You believed in you?
I called it. Yeah, I say Wardley wins it.
Duke McKenzie spoke from experience and emotion, echoing what every true boxing fan felt. Cheating in this sport is not a mistake, it is a betrayal. Fighters risk their lives every time they step into the ring, and using enhancements turns that bravery into deception. Fabio's win now feels empty because real champions earn their glory through sweat and sacrifice, not shortcuts. Duke's call to strip his license isn't anger, it's justice. The sport must protect its purity, and that starts by removing those who try to corrupt it with chemicals.
If it was me, take his license away. You know, because you cannot cheat in the sport of boxing. Not if you're going to put on a pair of gloves and get inside that square circle and physically fight somebody, and potentially you could easily lose your life, then to take anything which will give you enhance your performance, it's just wrong.
Ajit Kabayel's words carried confusion, the same confusion that spread across fans worldwide. He saw Parker winning clearly before everything turned upside down. That sudden power shift made no sense until the truth surfaced. Fabio's unnatural endurance and strength raised eyebrows, and now everyone understands why. Parker fought like a true professional, relying on skill and timing, but he was up against a man fueled by more than training. Ajit was right to wonder what changed after round 7, because it wasn't fatigue, it was chemistry overpowering talent.
Juicy. What a crazy fight, you know. I see Parker was 7 rounds, maybe I think Parker win, you know. But, you know, this is a heavyweight boxing, you know, one punch can change the fight. You know, and you see the result, you know. I don't know why Parker, after 7 rounds, he go back. I think he have too much muscle, you know, too much weight. A little bit, I think not so much condition.
John Fury praised Wardley's grit, but even that determination now comes under question. Yes, Fabio bit down on his gum shield, but how much of that resilience came from drugs instead of discipline? Real champions like Parker take punishment and still rise because of heart, not hormones. John's words sound noble, but the truth behind the scenes taints that image. What looked like bravery was chemically enhanced endurance. Parker's clean fighting spirit deserves the spotlight, not a victory created in a lab. The fans see through the illusion, and it's time the sport does too.
Courage, heart, and determination. You know, and you know, his will to win. He's got world-class balls, you know, and he's got a world-class heart. You know, he's a fighting man, and he believes in himself, and he knows that all the time he's in the fight, he can win, and that's what makes a champion. He never gave up on himself because he had an hard fight. Joe got on top of him at times, doubling the left hook up, hitting him with the right hand, had him all over, he's reeling all over Fabio Wardley, but he bit down his gum shield.
Dillian Whyte's excitement was genuine, but it came before the truth was known. His praise now feels misplaced because the performance he admired wasn't authentic. Fabio didn't prove himself, he manipulated the sport. Dillian spoke like a man celebrating a comeback story, yet this was never a Cinderella moment. It was science masking as strength, deceit hiding behind determination. Parker fought with class, but Fabio fought with chemistry. Dillian may have believed in him, but belief means nothing when integrity is lost. The real story isn't about a hero's rise, it's about a fraud's fall.
Amazing, bro, amazing. I'm glad that he's showing. Man, that's what he is. I'm glad he's showing the world what I believe and always believe.
Now the world of boxing stands at a crossroads. Turki Alalshikh's confrontation with Fabio Wardley was not just about anger, it was about protecting the legacy of a sport built on honor. Turki made it clear that he never knew about the steroids, and he was disgusted to see someone taint the ring that once belonged to greats like Muhammad Ali. When Ali fought, it was about courage, not chemicals. Today, that purity feels stolen. Parker gave everything, fought clean, and lost to a man whose strength came from a bottle. But the truth has surfaced, and justice will follow. Fabio may have won that night, but he lost his name forever. The fans know who the real warrior is, and that is Joseph Parker. If you stand for clean boxing, show your support in the comments and let the world know where true respect belongs.